based on the critically acclaimed novel, Respect the Jux.
It's Garyah.
Represent the Dodge, the art I go in Orton Field.
I mean, you know, a lot of people are familiar with the book Respect the Jux. So pretty much what we did was, turn the book into a full feature script, and we shot it. We shot it independently. Maybe about 4 executive producers got together, including myself, and made this thing happen without the Hollywood bullshit, man. We've been in post for the last 6 months, I would say. We finally moved on to visual effects, and then after that is sound and color correction. And more than likely, we're going to be coming on the Universal Studio brand and bringing it out to the world. No, we don't have a release date yet, but we should know at the top of the year, in about January. Currently, we taking meetings with a bunch of executive producers as far as the music side is concerned. You know, like DJ Khaled, shout out to Busta Rhymes. You know, these couple of guys that will be helping us, and Nigel from Atlantic.
Okay.
Soundtrack. It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm talking about, you know, not over the top, something authentic, down to earth, but you know, known artists that's actually out there grinding as well, like ourselves.
And basically on the topic of what the movie is about. Now explain to the people who don't know what the movie is about.
Alright, Respect the Jux. You know, you can look it up on your Urban Dictionary, but let me break it down for you. Pretty much Respect the Jux. You know, Jux is a robber. That's all it is. So if you out here running around, you know, you shining, you got your big chain on or whatever, and the next man is starving, and he catch you slipping, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect the Jux, and that's what we say, respect the Jux.
Chain.
Exactly. You get caught slipping, you get caught, you gotta respect the Jux, bro. It is what it is, man. So you know, but you know, the essence of the movie is actually about an individual that comes to America chasing the American dream that doesn't really exist. So with that being said, once he gets here and realizes the dream doesn't exist, he flipped back to what he used to be, which was a Jux boy. And he moves around the city, he forms his team, and he starts taking the dream, man. The dream is for the taking out here. That's what we believe. I respect it. You know, we all aren't born in a situation where we all have the same opportunities. So sometimes it's either you can go out there and take the opportunity, do what you need to do, get on top, clean yourself up, and do the right thing. Or you can stay down in the ghettos of East New York, Brownsville, Bed-Stuy, wherever you're from, Southside Jamaica, Harlem, and starve. Where I come from, sometimes you got to take the dream, man. That's why I'm standing here today, because I pretty much had to take the dream. I had to make this movie. I couldn't wait for someone to give me the money to make the movie. They don't respect that. A lot of sucker-ass dudes running around out here, you know, because they got their pants hanging, that makes them tough. You know, everyone is trying to emulate or portray somebody else or portray somebody's life, when in reality, they really don't know how to really be of what that is. In other words, you know, you got these dudes and these kids that's acting like they're gangsters. Dude, you never did nothing. You know, I can stand here today and say, yeah, I put 10 years of my life in the prison system. You know, out here really doing things in the streets. And learn my lesson to come out here and say, you know what, I need to find another lane because I don't want to spend the rest of my life in jail. Now, you got these kids that never did nothing, never been in the streets, never hustled, none of that. You know, a lot of them come from 2-parent households. As soon as they get a couple of dollars in their pockets now, they become gangsters, they start talking crazy. No one live by the word, and that's where you get when a man say, oh, I'm gonna do something, and he don't do it. Where I come from, once upon a time, if you say you're gonna do something, you know that was your word, and your word was your bond, and bond was your life, and you should lose your life if your word should fail. That's what we actually used to say to one another. Letdowns. Let's say letdowns. Going to people, you know, everyone always affiliate me with F. Gary Gray because I had a deal with him. You know, we were supposed to do it with HBO and so forth and so on. And when it was all over, nothing was happening. You got your Universal Studios coming, you got your Lionsgate coming at us. So it's gonna make sense. We're gonna make sense, and we definitely gotta make sense because our pockets gotta make sense when it's all over.
Pretty much,
you know, so whoever put that right deal on the table and provide future business for us and put us in a position to actually, you know, keep shooting films is who we're gonna do business with. I mean, it's a little bit of everything, man, but everyone that watched this movie can relate to it. Whether it be a child whose father's out there doing what he needs to do, you know, someone who was left overseas by their mother that came here chasing the American dream, where they had to survive until they eventually, you know, brought to the United States to chase the dream themselves. People failures, people going to the military, coming home to a poor job market. It's, you know, this is a movie that has layers. It's not just a bunch of guys running around doing crazy stuff. You know, the character You know, there's a love factor. You know, he goes through real life situations. What I believe in is actually breaking new talent. You know, like I admire Spike Lee for what he would do.
Yeah.
Spike Lee will recognize talent, bring that individual in, and give him an opportunity to become a Denzel Washington, to become a Halle Berry, to become Samuel L. Jackson. You know, his list goes on. He actually give people the opportunity. That's what I want to do. I don't want to go after known actors. I want to go after great talent. I would say definitely, you know, I got to tip my hat to Gary Gray. He was someone that actually, you know, exposed me to that whole directing world, and I realized, you know what, this is something that I could do. I'm more so, you know, with the Stephen Kings. You know, I'm definitely in love with Clint Eastwood. You know, love his movies. Man, William Johnstone. You know, my list goes on, man. You know, I take a little bit from everybody in order to build who I am today. There's no such thing as a child that raised himself. You know, and a man that say, "Oh, I did this all by myself," is a damn liar. I have great producers. You know, Cordelia Donovan. You know, I surround myself with a lot of good people, man. You know, in order to make this thing happen, and that's why we're here today, talking about we completed this movie. It just wasn't me. It was actually the people that I surrounded myself with.
What do you think of artists when it comes to writing their own lyrics? Because I like to hear everybody's opinion on that one.
My opinion is this. I mean, if I was an artist, if I was a rapper, right, and, you know, I got my main man with me, and I'm writing a rap about, I don't know, shooting basketball or whatever, and my man is like, yo, you should put this in there. I think this will sound hot. I may take that and put that in there. So you can't necessarily say that there is an artist that exists that, you know, he didn't have people in the studio to influence him or to say, yo, you know, do this or do that. You know, from day one, there was always somebody there to say, yo, listen, put this in there, put that in there. Nah, that sound whack, take that out. All of that is input. So, you know, people do work together. You know, nobody beef about Puffy when he takes a whole song and rap it, right?
This is true.
Nobody does that. You know, but technically, you know, if you want to hold the torch and say, I want this trophy, you know, you got to do it by yourself. But yet and all, you still got to have a trainer. Even Mayweather got a corner man. He don't go in there without a trainer. So yeah, you're going to have people in your corner and they looking to assist you sometimes, you know. It involves them giving you a line or two. Now, if they do a whole song for you, you got to credit them as the writer, even though you're the one spitting it. Now, if you hide in that, then, you know, perhaps maybe, you know, as far as like the lyrical world, they won't accept that as being authentic. So as long as you credit your people, I think it's okay. You can find me at frankmatthews.com. You can find me on SimonSchuster.com. On Instagram at BigChrist_NY. On Facebook, FrankMatthews.com. I mean, everything Frank Matthews. Just Google Frank C. Matthews. I'm all over that thing, man. Yo, shout out to my man Big D, Terrell Blair. Shout out to my man Big John.
I want you to meet Nigel Malone. He's a transfer student from Jamaica.
I place the right hand on the Bible and repeat after me.
Respect the jux. Coming soon.